John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Recently I tested a brand new broadhead from a brand new company out of Australia called the Nomad, and I tested the 3-blade model of that. Today I'm going to be testing the 2-blade model. It still just looks really cool. I mean, most 2-blade broadheads don't look very cool. This one looks really cool. The 3-blade one looked even cooler. So check out that video if you've not seen it already. But I really look forward to testing this 2-blade and seeing how it performs. And for all the testing, I'm going to be using my regimen for 2025. And for a detailed description of that, please check out the video I posted earlier this year called 2025 Broadhead Test Process, and I'll explain it all to you. For most of the shooting, I'm using my Elite Archery compound bows that I'm just loving, and I'm using a Killer Instinct crossbow for the flight testing. And for all the shooting, I'm using Bishop Archery arrows and bolts. All right, let's zoom on in here, check out this Nomad 2-blade, and then put it to the test. Here's a good look at this broadhead, and man, this is just a wicked looking broadhead here, isn't it? I previously tested the 3-blade, like I mentioned, and man, it's cool to just look at this 2-blade. It's kind of rare that a 2-blade head is really cool to look at and innovative, but this one certainly is. So let's start with the materials. It's made out of A2 steel. It's just 100% A2 steel, which is a really top-notch steel to maximize sharpness as well as durability. And it's machined into its shape. It's 5-axis precision machined, because man, there's all kinds of curves and edges going on here, and they've done a great job with that. I mean, you can see just how well it spins. It's single bevel sharpened, and you can get either a left or a right. You can order it that way. This is the right one. The diameter of the cut is 1.3 inches, so it's a nice bit wider than most 2-blade heads. And the thickness of the blades at its thickest part is 0.12 inches. So man, that's going to open up a really nice wound channel. You're going to get a little bit of rotation. I don't think you're going to get much rotation with this because of this very gradual bevel. The steeper the bevel, the greater the rotation. This is pretty gradual, and that's not a bad thing that it's not going to rotate much. It's just going to help it maybe penetrate a little bit better. But the combination of that thickness, 0.12 inches, and a bit of rotation, I imagine is going to create a pretty bad wound channel right there. You know, the 3-blade made a nice wound channel. I bet this 2-blade is as well. And I would imagine this one's going to fly a bit better because there's just less going on than there was with the 3-blade. For the price, it comes out to $25.60 per head. They're sold out of Australia, and so they list the price in Australian dollars, and that's the exchange rate right now. It's about $26 per head. For resharpening, I would use the Stay Sharp guide. They have a new guide called The Answer. And it's a really cool guide because you can use it with so many of the broadheads that didn't previously work with any of their guides. Now they have one that can be used with really thin, small mechanical blades, or a really big, kind of weird shaped blade like this with a lot of edges going on. You can just look up the Stay Sharp guide, The Answer. Check them out on Innovative Outdoorsman is their YouTube channel. They model how to sharpen a lot of different heads there. So I really look forward to putting this head to the test and seeing how it performs.
The Nomad barely got the 10 ring. It took 177 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 10 on a 10-point scale, plus a bonus for being under the threshold of 200. It penetrated 8 1/4 inches. It got a little cut off in the video, but that's the measurement. It took an additional 132 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 7.26 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 47 layers, which is a 6.71 on a 10-point scale. It rotated just 3 degrees at 12 inches.
It's in pristine condition after the 3 shots through the MDF.
Here it is after the 2 shots through the steel plate, and you can see some of the nicks on the blades there, but this picture doesn't really show exactly how many there are. The blades did get pretty chattered up. They kind of look like a serrated blade, actually. And then the holes, you can see it made a nice, pretty wide holes because of the thickness of the blades and that diameter as well.
Here it is after all the durability testing. It still spins very well. That A2 steel does a pretty good job at just keeping its overall shape and not bending even on a hard impact. In the steel plate, you can see the edges got quite a bit of chatter there, kind of like the head, the 3-blade head did, the steel plate. It looks almost serrated, but then it held together really well into the cinder block. So what'd you think? Hey, you know, it did really well in a lot of ways. It flew really well, and the thick blade gives it a pretty cool looking wound channel. But you check out the score sheet, and you see how it performed in the areas that might matter to you the most, and see if it might be a good fit for you. And stay tuned for the overall cumulative score, as well as the corresponding Lusk grade, and a list of all the discount codes that I can offer you just to save you some money. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you next time.